What would happen if the president called a news conference and announced that another intelligence, an alien intelligence, is here among us, interacting with humans, and perhaps have been here for a very long time for reasons that are not exactly clear? What if the government was forced to make this acknowledgement because of some clear and convincing and inescapable event? How would our world change? What would be different in your life? Would we freak out? Would society collapse? Or would this usher in a new age of wonder? Historian Richard Dolan and writer-producer Bryce Zabel have pondered these questions in great detail and have produced a mammoth, thoughtful, and, in my view, immensely entertaining vision of what life would be like AD, after disclosure.
Thank you, everyone. Please have a seat. I'll be making a brief announcement followed by later statements from the Secretaries of Defense and Commerce. After all of us have spoken, we'll take your questions. I'll make note of the time now. It is 4:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In cities across the world, including the capitals of China, Russia, India, and Brazil, as well as our European allies, which include specifically the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Spain, and Italy, and also the Vatican, a total of 103 countries involved, I believe, the same basic announcement is being made, some simultaneously, others later, depending on the time zone. All right, then. The time is now 4:15 p.m. By now, most of us are familiar with the so-called Portland event. This occurred 17 days ago in the skies above the city of Portland, Oregon, when an object hovered in plain sight above the citizens there for some 11 minutes. This object did not have wings. It was not a helicopter, nor did it make any sound. The object was seen by tens of thousands of people, maybe more, widely videotaped, photographed by professionals and amateurs alike, and was recorded by Portland International Airport's radar at its Air Traffic Control Center. Additionally, U.S. intelligence satellites did receive and confirm tracking data. Now, most people who saw the news reports rightly questioned what exactly this object was. I know I did. When I first heard about it in my morning intelligence briefing, I requested a meeting with the Joint Chiefs, and I put the question to them directly. Was this object one of ours? Their response was in the negative. I asked them if they had any knowledge as to who was in control of this object, given that it did appear to be intelligently controlled, with a physical structure and performance capabilities that I am unfamiliar with. I was told that such knowledge was classified and they would look into clearing me. Now, those of you who know me well also know that the answer I received, no matter how well-intentioned, was unsatisfactory. Accordingly, on your behalf, I have sought direct answers to my questions. I am sorry it has taken so long, but this afternoon I believe I can provide at least a partial answer. After consultation with key members of our defense and intelligence community, including the officials who are here with me at this podium, it has been made clear that there is persuasive evidence that the Earth has been and is currently being interacted with by one or more intelligent non-human species. Our analysis is that the object which was observed in Portland was one of their craft. Despite the issues that disclosure of this fact now obviously raises, I do believe that the people of the United States and the people of the Earth have a right to know. In my consultations with our allies and with other countries around the world, a consensus was reached that while some of us might have preferred to have more time, events have overtaken us and we can wait no longer. I want to emphasize two things immediately. First, there is virtually no evidence at this time that we are under attack. In fact, the opposite seems to be true. To say that we are under some kind of observation seems more accurate. The Secretary of Defense will speak in a moment, and he can address directly the steps that are being taken as we speak to secure the nation and the world. Second, I am, through a separate executive order, creating an Office of Contact Affairs. This will be staffed and funded as a part of our Department of Homeland Security. It has been given the mandate of reporting directly to me about the scope of this current visitation. I have concurrently directed the Attorney General to begin her own investigation into the nature and content of apparent secrecy with which some of these facts have long been held. Because of the need for calm debate, I have taken the precautionary move, and I emphasize precautionary move, of making the National Guard available to any state governor who feels that it is needed to keep the public order. Additionally, to protect our nation's economic security, through my executive authority, I am closing the nation's banks for a period of 1 week, and also ordering the closure of the stock market until further notice. After the Secretary of Defense addresses the national security component of this situation, the Secretary of Commerce will be able to speak directly to the issue of the steps being taken to see that the nation's economy and monetary supply are stable and secure. Now, before we get to that, let me speak directly to our nation's children and young people. It is quite clear that the facts I have confirmed today are disturbing. Like your parents, I'm sure you have many, many questions and that some of you may even be scared. Over the weekend, we will be addressing as many of those questions as possible. But I want you to know that you are safe. Your homes are safe. Our nation is safe. We are entering a new era, that much is clear, but we do so with strength and confidence and an abiding belief that humanity has much to give to other life forms that may exist in the vast universe we live in, and that we can also learn much from these visitors. To the media, the press secretary assures me that you will find full information packets and hard drives with a selection of photos, videos, and reports which I have declassified through presidential order. The Attorney General will begin a thorough review of other material in consultation with the Congress and the chairs of the House and Senate Intelligence Committees as to what can be released in the future and in what time frame. I ask your patience. The process will be difficult. Yet today we do begin it together. May God bless not just the United States of America, but may He also bless our home, the earth. Thank you.